Hello to all. Welcome to the Legacypreneur Podcast. I am so excited to have an amazing friend here with me, an entrepreneur, legacypreneur, Adrienne Velazquez, and she's here representing ANV Wellness, which I have a special connection to as well. I'll let her explain a little bit more about that. So we're here to talk about legacy. What is legacy? So Adrienne, as we get started, I'd like you to talk about ANV Wellness and what that means, or tie it into legacy and what that means for you.
Sure. Well, thank you, Cynthia, for having me.
My pleasure.
I am so excited to be here to share ANV Wellness.
Yes.
So ANV Wellness is a nonprofit that I founded where we work with children from the ages of 14 to 24. And these kiddos are transitioning out of foster care. So one of the reasons of me founding this program was hence because I've adopted 3 of my amazing kiddos, to whom 2 of them are actually adults right now. They're 28 and 30. And I always think of, Cynthia, how me and you are always talking about, because I've met your mom.
Yes.
Your mom is amazing. And, we've always talked about, what if we did not have the support from our parents? What if we didn't have, that whole support system with our aunts, because you've shared the story with your aunts also. And didn't have that. So, ANV Wellness is a program where we bridge that gap that they are actually missing. I am sorry. That's to make sure I didn't miss our meeting today.
Oh yeah, no worries.
But it's to basically bridge that gap that the kids are missing with their family. So ANV is more like a family kind of program. We're not so conservative to the point that we are not attached to these kids. We want for them to be able to have the connections with us emotionally, but also give them a complete wrap-around program, which is different with ANV Wellness. So we're more than just, let's give you a cell phone or the toiletries. We want to be able to match them up with amazing mentors that will help them through we all know, the most pivotal points in their lives when
Yes.
they're transitioning off to adulthood. So, we don't coddle, but we help to give them the tools in order for them to be able to succeed.
I love that. Thank you, Adrienne, for sharing that. And as you know, I have that special connection as well with foster
Yes.
care and adoption. So I've had the privilege, my husband and I, we were able to open up our home for 5 years, and I'd love to reopen it as well. And we've had several children come through our home. In fact, this past weekend, we had 2 of our children that were with us for a year, 3 and 4 years old, and they're now 12 and 13. We still stay in connection. It's like what you said, building connection, community, and that mentorship that they need. So it's definitely a need out there. And I'm so glad, and I'm privileged and proud to be able to be a part of this, where you've created a solution to a problem that's out there. So once again, as I've always told you, you are a solution maker, problem solver. You shake things up and you make them very positive. So I do appreciate that about you.
So I don't know if I'm able to share your position.
Oh yeah, I think, yeah, go ahead and share.
So that was the reason why I asked for you to be the CFO of ANV Wellness, because it wasn't from a place of somebody that don't understand. You definitely come from a place where you understand. and you understand that this is not something that is short term.
Right.
This is something that is long, long term. Unfortunately, a lot of the programs that are out here, you and I both know, Cynthia, the programs are amazing for when these kiddos are younger,
Yes.
but they are still needing our support and our help after they age out of the foster care system.
Yes.
I cannot imagine if I was just dropped, you
Right.
know. Um, I lost my mom in my 40s. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, I can't imagine if I did not have her at 19 or
Yes.
20, 25, and it is still so much support and mental support that is needed in order to create, the stability. And it takes a community to get it done.
It does. It does. And I know from research that I've done and so forth that humans need connection. And we saw that during COVID, especially the impact that being isolated, what that can do to individuals. So we know the power that that connection and community can have with individuals to be able to continue to grow and develop. So as humans, we need it, especially as children in the foster care system, to
Yes.
be able to keep that connection going and to continue to be grow and develop to be successful, right? So like I said, I'm very proud to be a part of this organization, and I have that special heart and connection with it based on what I've seen and what I've been a part of as well. Will continue to be a part of. So thank you for doing that. And as you know, with community, with connection, with mentorship, we're always looking for amazing mentors to help our foster children,
Yes.
right, as they transition out. So that's one of the things we'd like to talk about. And then also, we want to be able to be there in the communities throughout the world, right? Throughout the world, starting right now in Texas, but it does expand and continue out to be able to develop that. So we're starting now, but the vision is great, right? It's international is
Amen.
what we're
It's
looking at.
so
So
it's so much bigger than
yes,
us. And we know that, yeah, you could do some good things when it's just one, two, five of
right.
you. But when we have a community of people that are involved with this, guys, imagine the impact.
Yes.
When you look at, and I'm originally from New Jersey, and it wasn't until I moved to Texas where I found out that, Texas has one of the highest homeless family rates.
Mm.
Texas has one of the highest child abuse rates
Oh, wow.
and also teenage pregnancy. So if you think about the education and the support not being there, what is the likeliness of this continuing?
Yes.
And it takes resources. It takes resources in order for us to be able to get this done on the scale that we are trying to get this done. You
Right.
know, that was the reason why it's like I have an amazing board. You guys are amazing.
Oh,
But
thank
I
you.
have I have an amazing board. And when we thought about this, we thought about not only a wraparound program, but also a hybrid program,
Hmm.
to allow for us to be able to meet the kids wherever they are at. Some of the kiddos may not have transportation, and that is, ANV Wellness long-term goal,
Yes.
especially with partnering with companies such as, I don't even know if I should probably mention it, but the companies that I'm
Yes.
working to partner with. And hopefully, like I said, they say put some boots on the ground, put some cars on the grounds for these kids, you
That's
know.
right.
Um, but we want to make an impact. We want to make an impact. We want to be able to break any kind of generational curses, that these kids have
Yes.
been dealt with. We know statistically children that age out of the foster care system, the ones that are not adopted, they end up homeless by 35% more than other children.
Yeah,
We
that's true.
also know the sex trafficking.
Mm,
The sex trafficking, you're talking about anywhere from 21 to 30% more likely being sex trafficked because of just not having the support. And then we're talking about 35% of these kids ending up being incarcerated, you
yeah.
know. So we are trying to help and change this as much as possible. But we all know that it takes support. It
Yes.
takes support. Um, and it takes support well after they are aged out of the foster care system. That's the
Right.
reason why, thankful with you putting together an ebook so they will have the resources on hand, because a lot of times these kids age out and they just don't know where to go to get the resources. The resources are out here, but if you don't know how to get it, it means absolutely nothing.
I agree with you, Adrienne. I'm so glad you brought that up. I mean, those are eye-opening statistics for sure. So there is a need out there, right? And ANV Wellness, with the help of the community, with the help of corporations, wants to be able to provide the solution for those individuals that are aging out specifically. And I know you mentioned corporations, and I'm so glad you did, because I've worked for a major corporation in the past, and we're always looking to be good corporate citizens, great
Yeah.
corporate citizens, right, in the community. And this is a great way to do that, to make that connection within the community. So that's one solution there. The other is with individuals making an impact. We're always looking to see how we can help others, right? There's more happiness in giving than in receiving. This is a great way to do that as well. So I know we've created as a board an amazing opportunity for others to be able to participate and assist those foster care, our foster children, right, that are in the system now, but also aging out. So we're giving them a free ebook, a resource book, right? Yet we have to follow up and back that up with other resources and tools. And we need the help. We ask for help of the community, of corporations, and of individuals such as yourself to be able to do that. So I opened that up, and if you want to share a little bit more about what we do in that particular parameter when it comes to the fundraising.
Yes. So every little donation count, big and small. So don't think, even if your viewers are thinking, well, I don't have a ton of money. Guys, $5, $10, $20, every little bit count, because in return, what does it help with these kids? It allows for them to be able to have bus passes. So these kids are able to have bus passes to get back and forth to school, back and forth to work. Um, Also, things such as cell phones.
Yes.
Guys, nowadays nobody have landline phones. So these kiddos being able to have access to cell phones is crucial. And your donation, you think of what a donation of $30 will allow for a kid to be able to have access to a cell phone anywhere from a month to 2 months. Also, too, the monetary donations allow for them to be able to get simple things like toiletries, feminine hygiene products. Yes, with us is second nature. We go to the store and we get it. But when you're thinking about eating and supplying your feminine products, these kids are going to go to eating.
Right.
So if we can ease their mind to be able to provide the feminine products that they need, also clothing, being able to set them up for dress for success, and with our mentor programming, yes, it is to help them with their everyday mental needs, but it is also to help to prep them for job interviews, whether it be going to something like HEB or going to something more like a corporate setting inside of a bank. So our mentors are designed to work with our kids on every single part of their life. That's the reason why I said is no dollar amount that's too small,
Yeah, that's
because
great.
everything goes to help these kids. 100% is
Yeah.
going to help these kids build.
I appreciate that, Adrian, and I really want to reiterate that not that every penny counts to assist our children, our foster children. So, thank you for sharing that. And you're probably asking out there, how can I help? How can I donate? How can I assist in this effort? So, Adrian's created an amazing. We have an account where you can literally just funnel it through into our account, and we have a QR code that we'll be posting, as well as a link that you can go to make contributions to or donations, I should say, to this amazing event. So if you want to share a little bit more about that, Adrienne.
Yes, so there is a QR code. I'm going to bring it up. But
Okay.
there is a QR code. Everything is 100% tax deductible. We do have our 501(c). So if anybody is wanting to know, so every single donation is a tax write-off. So 1 minute, let me bring it up.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Yes, we want to
welcome.
make it as easy as possible for you out there. I know you want to help. I know you feel inspired by what Adrienne had stated regarding ANV Wellness and what we can offer. So there's the QR code there. You can literally just take a picture of that there, and you will be able to literally go directly to make that donation. Okay. Plus, it'll also be in the transcript, and we'll have it in the follow up as we promote this. So I do want you to know there's access out there to be able to donate to this amazing event and to help our foster children out there as they're aging out. And I want you to think about something really important. Just think for a moment, your biggest celebration, your biggest celebration. Think about that person that you immediately called to be able to share that with them, right? I know I personally call my mom whenever I have an immediate celebration, or each of my six sisters, or even Adrienne, right? To call and say, hey, guess what? But imagine these foster children who are aging out, they may not have anybody. They may
Wow.
not have anybody to pick up the phone. They may not have the phone to pick up to call someone. That's what we provide for them. We provide the resources and or also that connection to another person where they will have somebody to reach out to you. And the same thing with, think about that event in your life where you were just torn apart. You didn't know how you'd be able to go on. You needed that advice how to move forward. Think about who you would call. I know I would call, like I said, my mom, my sisters, my aunts that Adrienne mentioned. I would call Adrienne. Who can these foster children call? Some don't have anybody to call. That's where ANB Wellness comes in to be able to assist. So think about that. Put yourself in their shoes. We provide the solution for those individuals, for our foster children. Anything you want to add to that, Adrienne?
Sure. Like if you are interested in being a mentor
Yes.
for these kids, we have a form that you can fill out, and it'll be a simple background check and we'll get back with you. But we are looking for more mentors. If you know that there is a kiddo out there that can benefit from ANV Wellness, um, we would also love for you to be able to share, our program.
Yes, I agree with you. So the ask at this point, what action or takeaway? First of all, we're looking for mentors, right? And mentees for the program, mentors and mentees. And then of course, the best way that you can assist in donating or contributing would be by going to the code that Adrienne shared earlier, and then also we'll provide the link for you as well. So there's different things you can do to assist here, and we want to make sure that you have the resources to be able to do that as well. So Adrienne is, and also of course knowing what A&B Wellness is about. Adrienne talked a lot about it. We'll also include the link to the amazing website that explains more about A&B Wellness. And Adrienne, before we close out, I just want to ask you, are there any last parting words you want to share with the group that's listening in today regarding A&B Wellness and legacy?
I just wanted to just say thank you to your audience. Thank you to your audience for helping us build bridges.
Yes, thank you. And it's all about that building bridge, right? Building a bridge, making that connection. I always think about my son. He's 8 years old. He loves Legos. We're building those connections to one on top of the other to create a better community. And each of you play an important part of that. So thank you for listening today. Adrienne, thank you for having this amazing vision and putting it on paper and making it happen, right? I know you are a go-getter. You make it happen. So thank you to ANV Wellness for being part of today's Legacypreneur podcast. Thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing day.